Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we are tackling a universal, honestly kind of annoying modern problem, the dreaded 3 p.m. slump. We're going to look at exactly how to defeat that daily stress, the brain fog, and the physical fatigue through quick, science-backed micro resets. And the absolute best part about this? You don't need a week-long vacation or some massive life overhaul to pull it off. You literally just need a few minutes and the right framework. I want you to think about how you feel by the middle of the afternoon. You know the feeling, right? Your neck is super stiff, your eyes feel completely dry, and your mind is just racing with like a dozen different mental tabs open. Oh, and your physical desk is probably just as cluttered. It's highly relatable. But seriously, why does sitting perfectly still at a desk all day leave us feeling like we've just run a marathon? Okay, let's dive into this. The stiffness you're feeling is a literal biomechanical reaction to stillness, and it's actually called tissue creep. Sounds kind of gross, right? But if you hold any posture for over 20 minutes, your soft tissues and collagen fibers actually begin to slowly deform under the load. So it's not all in your head, it's just biology. But hey, don't worry, we have a really structured toolkit to fix this. Here is our quick roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover the power of micro resets, resetting your body, resetting your mind, resetting your space, and finally, building your reset routine. All right, section 1, the power of micro resets, where frequency beats duration. You see, a Cornell University study revealed a massive paradigm shift. They found that brief, 30-second interruptions to stillness every 20 minutes are actually way more effective at preventing tissue deformation than doing one long stretching session. Tiny, frequent breaks, those are your secret weapon. Moving right along to section 2, resetting your body. Let's find some tactical, physical relief right there in your chair. Get this. When we concentrate intensely on our digital screens, our blink rate actually drops by a staggering 50% or more, half. By simply staring at our work, we are actively starving our eyes of the necessary lubrication they need. And that leads directly to digital eye strain, blurry vision, and yep, those awful afternoon headaches. So, what does this all mean for us? The obvious question is, how do we fix this? How exactly do we counteract the digital eye strain and that creeping physical stiffness that completely locks up our thoracic spine and tightens our hips? Well, the answer is literally just 5 minutes. That's it. Research shows it takes a maximum of 5 minutes of strategic, intentional movement to counteract hours of bodily stress and basically hit the reset button on your physical posture. First up, for the eyes, we use the famous 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, you look at something 20 feet away for exactly 20 seconds. Why 20 seconds? Because that is the precise minimum time your ciliary muscles, those are the muscles in your eyes that contract to bend the lens for close-up focus, that's what they need to actually relax. I encourage you to look away from the screen right now and just try it. Seriously, let your eyes rest on something in the distance for a moment. Feels good, doesn't it? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how these 5 specific moves directly counteract what we call forward head posture. Because our heads weigh around 10 to 12 pounds, it's basically a bowling ball up there. Leaning forward to type puts massive strain on the upper trapezius. So a seated chest opener pulls your shoulders back. The figure 4 stretch opens those compressed hips. Gentle neck side bends relieve trap tension. Thoracic rotations unlock your mid-back. And seated cat-cows mobilize your entire spine. Running through this whole sequence takes under 5 minutes. And the best part is, you don't even have to stand up to do it. Section 3, resetting your mind. Quieting all that internal noise. I absolutely love this quote from the late Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. It perfectly illustrates how our breath is the bridge between our physical state and our mental clarity. You see, when you're stressed at work, your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight response, is just in absolute overdrive. Your heart races, your breathing gets shallow, but intentional breathing, that's a biological hack to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Think of this as your body's built-in brake pedal. Activating it physically lowers your heart rate, drops your blood pressure, and significantly reduces cortisol. And the most effective way to trigger this is the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Come on, try this with me real quick. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, just right behind your front teeth. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 7 seconds. Now exhale completely through your mouth with a whooshing sound for 8 seconds. So the crucial point is that by extending the exhale, you force your nervous system to relax. Doing just 4 cycles of this takes about 1 single minute, but building it as a daily habit fundamentally trains your body to respond better to stress over time. All right, section 4, resetting your space. Let's talk about your physical environment. When you are surrounded by cognitive overload, visual clutter, harsh fluorescent lighting, loud echoing acoustics, literally every single item in your peripheral vision drains your working memory. It's exhausting. Compare that to a space of calming focus, decluttered surfaces, dimmable lights, and sensory-friendly tools. Those things actually free up processing power in your brain. To build a truly mind-friendly workspace, you want to accommodate your neurological needs. Keep it simple. Use neutral colors and matte finishes to reduce visual distraction. Swap out those harsh overhead lights for dimmable task lighting to cut screen glare. Throw down some rugs or add acoustic panels to absorb echoing noise. And definitely keep your environment fragrance-free, because heavy scents can actually trigger headaches and sensory fatigue when you're trying to do deep work. Now, one of the best ways to declutter your digital space is to move your tasks into the physical world using an analog system. Grab some paper cards, literally just paper. Write up to 10 immediate tasks on a today card. Put your upcoming tasks on a next card, and your big, long-term goals on a someday card. Getting your to-do list off the screen actively prevents digital fatigue. Plus, crossing items off physically, it creates this highly effective psychological motivator. Seeing that tangible progress right in front of you is incredibly satisfying. And finally, section 5, building your reset routine, putting it all into a systematic rhythm. So what does a balanced day actually look like in practice? Well, in the morning, you reset your space by planning your day on those analog cards. Midday, you protect your body with the 20-20-20 rule. In that crucial afternoon slump, you hit reset on your body again with those 5-minute seated stretches. And in the evening, you reset your mind with the 4-7-8 breathing to unwind. And this brilliantly illustrates how none of these take more than 5 minutes, but together, they compound into massive well-being boosts. So, I'm going to leave you with this final, really important thought. What could you achieve today if overcoming burnout only took 5 minutes at a time? Think about it. You don't need to change your whole life. You just need to change the next 5 minutes. Start your very first micro reset right now and take back control of your day. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.